Listen up, bro. If there's one thing that keeps you stuck in the worst phase of your life, it's this habit a lot of guys have after a breakup. Still following their ex on social media, checking her every move, and obviously suffering because of it. Let's be real here. You're digging your own grave. You broke up, but you're still lurking, watching her posts, feeling that sting every time she throws up a bikini pic or is out with her friends. Like a constant reminder that she's living her best life. And what does that do for you? Nothing but drag out your pain. Man, it's like you're emotionally self-sabotaging. You're torturing yourself because you haven't had the guts to cut ties for good. You're trapped in a game you created. Every post you see is a punch in the gut. For what? To convince yourself she's better off without you? Or worse, to keep holding out hope that she still cares? The truth is, she's probably doing this on purpose to get under your skin. And the more you feed into it, the more you're losing control. So, what's the solution? Let's get into that. Now, pay attention because this is where the psychological game kicks in. After a breakup, especially if she's the one who ended it, you can bet on one thing. She's gonna do everything she can to get under your skin. And how does she do that? It's simple. She starts posting bikini pics, smiling selfies like she just won the lottery, hanging out with her friends, acting like she's living her best life. It's all a show. Her way of saying, look how great I'm doing without you. She knows you're still stalking her, still checking up on what she's doing. And you know what? She's counting on it. Every post she puts up is calculated to mess with your head, to make you think she's over you in no time and living her best moments. And the more you give attention to this, the deeper you sink. She wants to see you react, wants to see you shaken up, and she's playing the game perfectly. You've got to understand that this is a common tactic. It's ego, it's wounded pride. She wants to know she still has power over you, even after it's all said and done. And bro, if you keep feeding into this circus, you're just fueling her game. But hold up, there's a lot more you need to know. Now let's talk about something crucial, bro. Cutting all contact. This is the first and most important step to stop suffering and take control of your life again. If you really want to get over this breakup and stop being a puppet in her little psychological game, you need to disappear from her life completely. I'm not talking about taking a break or going halfway with it. I'm talking about a total cutoff. You know that habit of watching her stories? Done. Still following her on social media? Block everything. And it's not just her, man. It's anyone that connects the two of you. No checking in with mutual friends, no asking around about her life. That only keeps the wound fresh and the pain alive. It's like trying to heal a burn by pouring more fire on it. Understand this. The more you keep feeding that cycle of following, watching, and wondering what she's up to, the more you sabotage yourself. You need to vanish from her world, and more importantly, she needs to feel your absence. That's the only way to detox from this mess and start focusing on the person who really matters, you. And trust me, this is just the beginning. The real power move comes next. Now, we're getting into the part where a lot of guys mess up big time, acting on emotion. This is the biggest mistake you can make, and it's exactly what she expects you to do. When you act in the heat of the moment, letting your emotions take over, you completely lose control of the situation. And you know what happens? She senses it. She feels your weakness and uses it to her advantage. Look, a real alpha doesn't react impulsively. He thinks, analyzes, and acts with logic. While most guys are out here acting on hurt pride or missing their ex, the guy who truly understands the game keeps his cool. He knows that acting on emotion is the fastest way to hand over all the power to her. Think about it. If you're still stalking her social media, sending messages, asking why, trying to explain yourself, or even worse, begging to get back together, you're making it clear that you're still stuck on her. And you know what that does? It breeds disrespect. Because when you act like that, you're not stirring up her emotions. You're just showing her you've lost control of your own. A real man who knows the value of acting with reason doesn't let these impulses control him. He understands that the key to attracting not just his ex, but any woman, is being in control of his own life. That means making decisions based on logic, not the emotions of the moment. Want to know how? Hold tight because there's more coming. Now, let's get the part that separates the men from the boys. Self-development. Instead of wasting your time stalking your ex and feeling sorry for yourself over someone who's already moved on, you need to focus on what matters most. You. Want to know the real secret to getting over any breakup and at the same time becoming the guy every girl wants? Invest in yourself. When you focus on your personal growth, you automatically level up. And I'm not just talking about looks, bro. This goes deeper. It's about becoming a more attractive, intelligent, and successful man. Instead of staying stuck in that cycle of suffering and self-pity, you should be using that energy to grow. Hit the gym, read, start new projects, improve your career. All of this will not only make you feel better, but it'll also put you in a place you never thought possible. And you know what happens when you do this? You stop caring about what your ex is up to. She's gonna notice that evolution. She'll see that you're no longer there, stuck in the shadows, hurting. You flipped the script. And the best part? When you become the guy who's always leveling up, she's gonna realize she lost her shot with someone who's now wanted by many. So instead of focusing on her, focus on you. Because at the end of the day, a true alpha doesn't chase anyone. He builds himself. All right, here's a harsh truth for you. An ex only comes back for two reasons. Either she misses you or she's afraid of losing you for good. Forget all that maybe she'll realize she still loves me or she'll change her mind over time nonsense. She won't. Bro, what's gonna mess with her head is simple: your absence and your evolution. If you keep hanging around, stalking her, and making it obvious you're still into her, guess what's gonna happen? Nothing. Because deep down, she already knows she's got you wrapped around her finger. But when you disappear for real, cut all ties, and focus on becoming a better version of yourself, that's when things start to change. When she realizes you're gone, that you've stopped chasing, that you're not giving her free attention on social media anymore, guess what starts happening? She begins to miss you. Because let's be real, people only value something once it's gone. And if you're out here leveling up, making moves, living your life with new projects or new women, it triggers that fear in her mind. Is he with someone else? Did I lose him for good? That's when the tables turn. While you're moving forward and leaving the past behind, she's gonna start questioning if she made the right decision. And that doubt? That's what makes her wanna come back. But bro, understand this: you only get this power when you value yourself and disappear from her life. She'll only feel that loss or fear of missing out if you really distance yourself and transform. Once you do that, the game's in your hands. Now we've hit the key point: moving on like a true alpha. By now, you've realized that the focus needs to be on you, not her. Because at the end of the day, what defines a true alpha is that he doesn't rely on anyone. He lives for himself. And you know what happens when you take this path? The chances of her wanting to come back go up, but the truth is, you won't even need her anymore. When you cut all ties, truly disappear, and start investing in your personal growth, you realize something. She's no longer the center of your world. You're stronger, more focused, smarter, surrounded by new opportunities, new projects, and even new women. That's the guy she's gonna realize she lost. But at the same time, that's the guy who doesn't need her anymore. Moving on isn't about faking that you're okay or using it as a tactic to get her attention. It's about actually transforming yourself. When you're at your best, not only do the women around you start seeing you differently, but you also start seeing yourself in a whole new light. You become the prize. And you know the best part? The control is all yours. If she comes back, great, but now you decide if it's worth it. And if she doesn't, no sweat, because you've already learned that the real power comes from living your life without needing validation from anyone. So, did you vibe with this? Got the message that the power's all in your hands? Before you head out and start putting this into practice, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We don't waste time here. We get straight to the point to turn you into the man you were born to be. And hey, hit that notification bell too, because we're dropping fresh content every week to help you grow and keep you one step ahead. Let's get it.